And we are live here from Reach Programming Network, here live inside of British Columbia, inside of Vancouver, one of the largest cities in Canada, home to the Vancouver Canucks, who have been rolling recently, and they are going to be going up against possibly the worst team in the league, in the Nashville Predators. Of course, last night we was working heavily on the events, so of course we was not present. However, with the return of Vin, Nashville is expected to be a much better team. Wayne, what are you expecting coming into this matchup?
I do think Vancouver's going to win this one. They are starting right now with a 4v4 start. No full lineups. Camlin has not been showing. Camlin is downloading GTA as AEJ steps on the ice. It's going to be a 4v5 for Nashville as Vin gets these numbers ready. Depending on how these roster moves play out, like if Vancouver can fill out the roster, I do think they're going to win. But on such a limited roster, I do think Nashville has just the lineup necessary to win against this team if it is a 5v4.
Absolutely. I mean, coming into this game, I have the Vancouver Canucks winning 6-3. What about you?
I have a rather similar thing, but with this stacked defensive squad with Aiden Lau, and then Camlin actually showing for once, and then Rise and Vin, I do think it's going to be just 4-2 on Vancouver's side. I do think they're going to win though.
Absolutely, and we are underway here from Nashville, or whatever city. Here's ADJ shooting, scores!
Good grief. Wow.
And Seffi, Camlin, as he dashes through the snow. Here's ADJ. New Creeper. Braden 5. Here's Camlin. Here's Johnny. Braden 5. Sends one over to Johnny. Sends one over to Braden 5, and Camlin was there. Braden 5 intercept. Shooting, scored!
Ooh. And my prediction is starting to get completely blown out of the water. I thought that these defenses would actually be on tonight. It is a 5v5. Just 30 seconds into the game, it is already 1-1.
Aiden Lyles starting the offense. Johnny.
Horrible
Here's
check.
ADJ, here's Braden 5. Avoid Johnny. Camlin's there. Here's ADJ. Here's Camlin. Shooting, scores!
Camlin, the defender, takes it all the way up and shoots an absolute monster of a goal. Slides it right past Butterfat. Nashville calls a needed timeout, up 2-1. They hope to keep their momentum. Such a class goal by Camlin. A goal that Butterfat should not be letting in. That was horrific. Okay, what are your thoughts on that goal?
I think it's bullshit. I think that these defenses need to wake up.
I think it's horrible. Sadly, this is the only street. Banks says the score's going to end 6-7. That's funny. Alright. While we have this timeout, Banks put up a very good question. At Ridge Network, what are your early predictions on the Cup winner? Personally, out of the limited number of commentary games that we have seen, I do think it is going to be, let's say, for the sake of argument, there were no more roster moves. Right? No teams changed, and everyone was completely active. I do think that Vancouver would be winning this cup. But I will say this. Besides Montreal, this is one of the fairest seasons in the league, partially because of the low amount of teams. Calgary is definitely a fighting force. Toronto with Poop and Vidi, if they get their act together, I can see them becoming very good. Nashville and Vancouver are obviously dead set on being good teams with such strong defenses. Montreal's also, yeah, Montreal's there. I do think it is definitely a toss-up this season. I'm picking Vancouver with their current roster. They don't have a single person on the ice that can't score. With their full lineup, they don't have a single person on their roster who can't score and can't play defense. It's such a well-rounded thing. I do think that they have the best chance so far.
Here's ADJ moving in, shooting off the post. Matter of fact, neither of these goalies or defenses have been good at all, so we'll see what adjustments either of these teams make. As Braden 5 trying to get his team together. Moving in, Deeks, however, Rise was there. Lobs went up.
What the hell?
I don't know. Braden 5. Here's Johnny. Back to Braden 5. Cuts inside, but Rise, once again, sends one over. ADJ. Here's Seffi. Twirling. Puts the brakes on him as now ADJ tries to shoot. In front! Scores!
Oh! What? Own goal by Aiden Lau. What's new? I'm not sure how that was an own goal, but 3-1 Nashville, blowing our expectations. Matty G said 7-4 Vancouver. He said never mind after that goal.
Braden 5 shooting. Vancouver already down 3-1. Here to the away team.
Who's
Nashville
Vancouver's
Predators.
starting goal?
I think it's Butter, right? Here's Johnny. Shooting scores!
Vin immediately says no goal. No, it did not push him, dude. Butter's actually like their starting goalkeeper? Seriously? I thought. Oh, well, in that case, I think either Calgary or Nashville's gonna be winning the cup.
Yeah.
I'm switching my answer.
Here's
I did
Johnny.
not. I didn't know. I didn't think he was the starting goaltender.
Here's Braden 5. Johnny, back to Braden 5. Hamlin has been excellent. He activates his offense, but doesn't really do anything in the offensive zone. As a 2-on-1 is going to be developing. Braden 5 over to Johnny, shooting, saved me by
Horrible
Vin.
shot.
Hamlin was there. Icing on Nashville, so a defensive draw coming up there for them. Vin in a pretty good spot. Paper shooting stars, 3-3. Get his ass out of the net.
That's Vin.
Yeah.
Sam B with a fiery goal to tie the game. Both goaltenders at a .4 save percentage. We are seeing a horrible display of not only goaltending but defense, and Vin wonders why we don't stream Nashville games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how you can look at this and go, wow, absolutely excellent team. You can't.
Another breakaway.
Take a look at their plan. They have no plan.
He shoots from the hash mark.
Yeah,
Sam B shoots from the hash marks. Did they change the puck physics?
ADJ.
Good.
Here's ADJ once again. Shoot the.
Finally, a display of defense on both of these sides.
Here's Braden 5. He gains his own. Looking, drops one back. ADJ is there, 2-on-1 developing. Here's Rise. ADJ with a breakaway. Semi-breakaway, shut down. Off the back check by New Creeper. How about that? Hamlin. Sending one over. ADJ. Aiden. Braden 5. Drops one back to Aiden. Braden 5. Here's Seppi. Braden 5. Here's Rise. New Creeper, 4,000. Here's Camlin.
That's Sam B.
Oh, okay, Sammy. ADJ. Johnny. Braden 5. As now he starts to break out. Gains his own. Deeks a little bit too early, but some excellent show-up. Stick handling, shooting, save made by Vin. And some good rebound control.
Versalti steps on the ice. Well, it prepares to, at least. Hopefully for Seppi, because he has not been doing anything this game, has he?
Here's ADJ. Shooting. Save. By Butter. End of the first period, 3-3. Both of these goaltenders are ass. Both of these defenses are ass so far. So
You'll now be seeing the stats displayed on your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Kia, my question to you is, heading into the second period, what, I think it's rather obvious, but what needs to be done for this team?
I think we need to start playing some damn defense. I think that's what we need to be doing.
And goaltending. Alright, yes. I think offense has been doing as much as offense can this game. Versalti steps on the ice. Now, Nashville has... Oh, God.
Here's Aiden Loud.
Nashville has quite the defensive, steady roster, but they really need to defend and take some pressure off Vin, who's having a stinker tonight.
Yeah.
And in terms of Vancouver, the same needs to be said. Butterfat's obviously not as good as any other goaltender in the league.
5 shooting. What a good save by Vin.
Aiden Lau, the quote-unquote defensive player of the year, needs to take as much pressure off of him as possible.
Aiden Loud supposed to break out. Camlin is there. What is Camlin's avatar? Ah, okay.
No, it's Kanye. It's Kanye.
Here's Braden 5. He goes off sides. I think another big thing that they need to start doing is
not doing that.
Is not that, but I think that another thing they need to be doing is passing the puck a bit more. I mean, they're not making smart passes. They're not making smart reads. I think ultimately, if nothing's there, just backtrack and buy yourself some time, or just throw it on net. Johnny shooting save.
They're shooting from so far on such an established goaltender. You would think that they would start taking the initiative and passing to each other to finally get some close shots like that one.
Right there, but now Vin is starting to kind of wake up and make some big time saves, give his team some momentum. His ADJ is there with it. Looking, since went over to Versalti as he takes a shot. Right there, the rebound goes off the post. A near miss is now ADJ splits the defense, but quickly shut down anyway by Johnny Versalti. He lobs one off the boards. Braden 5. Since went over to Johnny. Johnny now flips one into ADJ's hand. As now he's taking control of the puck. Looking, since went over to Versalti as he was in the slot. That one went wide. Here's ADJ. Back to Versalti now. Twirling. Looking, tries to make a good pass, but Versalti unable to make it. Thinks he's Vitty. That one won't go. Here's Braden 5. Johnny. Now here's Aiden Lau. Over to Johnny one more time now.
Offside.
Braden 5 is offside.
That's not offsides. That
I
know. Hey Tap Tap, thank you for tuning into the stream.
Howdy, Tap Tap. How you doing? Johnny, here's Braden 5 now. Johnny wins the face-off for Vancouver, but Versalti passes it to the other team. Here's Braden 5. Johnny now puts the brakes on him. Versalti is there. Once again, gives it to the other players.
Why does he do that?
Here's Versalti. Along the wing. Flips it to himself. Looking now. ADJ in the slot. Shooting and an easy save for Butterfat. He had all kinds of time to get himself set there. So, yeah, a good save there by Butterfat. Is Camlin shooting scores! Camlin with a hat trick.
No, kickoff for Camlin. He is at 2 goals now with 13 defensive contributions. Camlin finally deciding to show for a game, and he is making the impacts on this ice.
Braden 5 shooting. The rebound wasn't there because of Versalti, but A great defensive play to shut it down. Braden 5 along the wing. 4-3. This game should not be as close as it is. But neither side has played well. Here is ADJ. For Salty along the boards. You know he's going to get into the same area every time, so pressure him. ADJ is there. Shooting. Save. Once again, the rebound. His Butterfat was there to make the save.
A few quality shots from ADJ set up by Versalti. Butterfat waking up, says no. With only 1 minute left in the second period, are we finally seeing a hockey game here, Kia?
Looks like we absolutely are. Here's Versalti over to Camlin. Back to Rise. Lobbing one up. Versalti unable to handle it. But he still reaches the puck. And removes the icing, but a big hit there sent by Braden 5, ADJ. Versalti now. Looking. He's across the cage. Wrap around! Got blocked in front. That is not a bad play by Versalti. Just put it on net. See what happens.
After a bunch of plays of passing to ADJ, you could see all of the defenders that are going to pass coverage. Versalti sees this and he takes advantage. Gets a quality shot if it wasn't blocked in the front.
Absolutely. I feel like that's just something that a lot of RHL players are missing. They're missing that hockey IQ.
The play was offsides.
And ultimately that game IQ that some of the best players are known for, which would be me and you. And me and you only. It's 5 seconds to take the face off.
I agree.
And a timeout called by XG. We're going to be right back here on Ridge Programming Network. And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen. Inside of Vancouver. Do not ask why we are laughing. Don't. Here's Versalti.
And this game will kick off.
There's 20 seconds left in the second period. 4-3 hockey game. This ADJ takes it to the outside.
Shoot the
Decides not to
puck!
shoot. Like, why are you spinning? There's no reason for you to spin. Throw it on net. You have the whole right side open because you're making him hug the post. People do not have the IQ that you and I are known for anymore.
I mean, not even just you people. ADJ is just simply one of the dumbest people ever. I mean, and which is why he left the league. It's because he was so stupid.
Absolutely.
End of the second period, kicking off in the fourth. Just a one-goal game. And with how these goalies have been performing, your stats will be shown on the stream right now. Just as how these goalies are performing, I would not count out any one team yet. This game, we're going to be seeing a few more shots because everyone is now in their bag specifically.
And the player with the most hits on the server is Camlin, by the way.
Who is also has their most goals. Hopefully we can see an overtime. I would love an overtime personally. Or a Vancouver win, as my prediction foretells.
Yeah, hopefully they get 2 more goals here and that can be correct. Here's Camlin. ADJ was wide open in the slot. Now Camlin's struggling to get back. Braden 5. Camlin! Using that ping to his advantage. Versalti's there. Flips it past the first man. Tries to send one over to ADJ. But, of course, ADJ is not in the right position. Here's Camlin. Here's ADJ. Versalti. Flying up. Flips one. Shooting. Save. That's exactly why every time you're in the slot, you have to take that shot because that almost went in. It's a hard shot for goaltenders to make.
Which was my signature back in the day. I love that shot. That's my personal favorite shot. Personally, I think you have to have Camlin up. He is the only person who's consistently been knocking down these shots. He is
like
2 for 2 on shots.
Shooting. ADJ goes
But still,
wide.
we have ADJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Who has not done anything this game. And, in fact, been a burden to the team, not taking the shots that he's seen. Here's ADJ.
I agree.
Versalti shooting in the slot once again, and Butterfat is forced to make a hard save. People need to start taking more shots from the slot if they want goals here.
Personally, I don't know if it's just Versalti's PC auto-aim that he has, but personally, I don't think aiming 5-hole in that position is the correct choice.
Here's Rise. If it was me, I think that he should have went top right. Probably right over the shoulder there. I mean, he's close in tight, inside of the right side of the slot. Aim for the top right shoulder. I feel like that's really where you want to be. Braden 5. Johnny shooting as a save made by Vin with the right pad. Here's Johnny now. Looking. Excellent move by Johnny. He splits the defense. Moving in, what a goal!
Oh!
Absolutely incredible stuff we just saw from Braden 5 and Johnny alike. 4-4 hockey game
Braden
here
5,
in Vancouver.
the Magnificent, ties up the game with a absolute beauty of a goal, getting past a strong national defense and taking the most of it on such a strong goaltender.
Wow.
And all of the cornballs in the chat are going to say GG.
As all of the cornballs in chat are going hog wild saying GG.
It wasn't funny in season 1. It's not
joke
funny.
they've ever said. I think that's probably the funniest thing they'll ever do. Really, ever.
Amazing defensive read by Camlin. It'll be a breakaway. ADJ shoots.
In. Of course he can't
Crossbar.
finish. Here's ADJ. One more time he gets checked. He flips that one back, gives it right to Versalti. Versalti looking for ADJ. Versalti twirls. Braden 5 is there. He's got to get rid of that puck. You cannot hold on to that forever. Rise. Jumps out in the play. Here's Versalti. Braden 5. If you're Rise, I feel like you have to get rid of that puck faster. Versalti is there. Reaper's there. Here's Braden 5 now. Aiden Lau starts to break out. Excellent read and play by Braden 5. It wasn't there. You wasn't confident to saucer it over his head. Just play it off the boards and get it to him. Beautiful read by Braden 5. And because of that, they're going to get a 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Braden 5. Sends one over to Johnny. Excellent passing save made by Ben. Here's Johnny now. Sending one over to Braden. In the slot. Shooting. Once again. Save made by Van. He sends one around the corner behind the cage. There's just a minute left to go inside of this third period. Tied 4-4 here in Vancouver. Creeper is there, but except he's all alone. Sends one up. A 50-50 was there, but it goes offsides. And we are ready for a face-off.
Tornado is here.
That is very clutch.
They've already used their timeout. Now Vancouver operating with a completely full roster.
Here's Tornado. Sends one over to Braden 5 as he's looking. Versalti is there. Just a minute left to go in this hockey game. Still tied 4-4. Versalti unable to get his footing and get some speed. Passes it right to Tornado, who starts to break out for Braden 5. But poked off his stick by Campbell. Here's Versalti now. Looking. Twirl. Shooting. Scores! And that If you're butterfat, you cannot let that in. You have to close your legs the second he gets close like that. The second.
And now we're gonna get copyrighted because of Versalti's damn gold noise.
Thank you.
We got copyrighted on our last one because of Viddy's audio.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute the game.
So,
you guys can watch it with the sound off.
No. You go into settings and you do. Oh, it's fine. Just have it. It's fine.
Here's Tornado. Looking. Anytime I feel like I'm about to score a goal, I'm gonna turn it off. Raise 5. Here's Rise now. 5-4. Looking.
Just 20 seconds left.
Cuts to the inside. Tornado. Game on his stick.
Vancouver needs this run.
5. Here's Tornado. Flying along the wing. 2-on-1 developing here. Shut down by Camlin. As no. This game is over.
Good
Nashville takes it in the
gracious.
final seconds. 5-4. This one is over. Good night.